Welcome, Bearcats, to the DuoTone podcast. I'm William.
I'm Cameron.
And we are here to give you a small conversational update on the news of the week. So, Cameron, you want to start us off with the first thing of interest?
This is my favorite thing that I saw, is the French government is starting to block websites with views the government does not like. That was very funny to me, just to read in general.
Yes, so that is from today?
Yeah.
So, let me see. After the Charlie Hebdo attacks, which if you don't know about that, you should Google it because it's kind of important world event thing.
It took me a bit. Yeah, I remember that.
The country held a giant free speech rally, and they did all this wonderful, we believe in free speech stuff, and now the government has started to censor websites that deal with terrorism. The official message on the redirection is you are being redirected to an official website since your computer was about to connect with a page that provokes terrorist acts or condones terrorism publicly.
And because it's kind of the Patriot Act type thing that you said earlier, it doesn't need a judicial review or... what was the other word? It doesn't need a judicial review or... I forgot the other word, so I'm just going to wing it. Or anything else, and it can just be shut down because of suspected terrorism.
This is
due process. There we go. Found it.
This is a large move in the opposite direction that the public is really wanting. They've only censored 5 sites, according to the article.
Yes, but they are big on free speech. That's the thing.
That is a huge thing in France. Freedom of speech, the ability to state your opinions as long as you're not causing harm to other people. This is really surprising to me, honestly.
Yeah. Not much to say about it. It's just...
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I hope that they can find a way to get to fix that and make it more in line with the beliefs of the country and the people.
We don't like Reddit. We're going to turn it down in France.
Oh, God. I could see it, though. It's a scary thing.
Okay, next topic's going to interest you.
So last week we had a lot about Apple and the Apple Tech, the Spring Forward event. This week was the week of Windows. This week we had all of the Windows 10 stuff coming out, all of the information, all of the announcement dates. So first off, Windows 10 is going to be coming out this summer. It's going to be coming out fast and strong. Now, they had already announced that they're going to be giving free copies of Windows 10 to anyone that owns Windows 7 or 8.
Yay!
And
I get one.
As long as you upgrade in the first year.
Oh.
So if you upgrade after that, and then you don't get it free. You have to pay for it.
Oh, that's fine.
But they also announced, I believe on Tuesday...
That's good because you can get a computer around this time and prepare for it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
they're also going to be giving free copies out to people who own non-legitimate versions of 7 and 8 in order to try and fight piracy.
Does that fight piracy, though?
No, I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either.
I think it gets rid of piracy by saying, all of you pirates, we're just going to give you free things when you already took things and made them free.
It combats piracy by making it non-existent the whole time.
I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Hey, you illegally downloaded Windows 7? Here's a free Windows 10.
I think
it's your reward for being sleuthy.
Oh, man. They're doing something because Windows 10 is also going to be a phone operating system. They've done something where you can now, the system automatically compresses system files to save space.
Okay. So
you can go from having a 12 gigabyte system file, like system partition, and bring it down to 6.
I saw that.
That's a really good thing because when you only have 32 gigabytes on a tablet, 12 gigabytes, 6 gigabytes, all that space,
it's a giant difference.
It's a huge difference to the amount of storage.
And what you told me before we started was 0.5 gigabytes of RAM to actually run.
Which is also good because then it doesn't require much to run 10, which means older machines could have the ability to run 10.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. I think they're really trying to make 10 as accessible as possible.
Yeah.
Which is
everyone can use, including pirates.
Yes.
Pirates with bad computers.
They will be shipping a 32-bit version too, so it's even more accessible. So there's going to be a 32 and a 64-bit.
32-bit, a pirate with a terrible computer and very low RAM and terrible operating system. This is the best deal.
Yeah, it's I think it looks like it's gonna be a huge improvement because 8 had really bad reception. I'm sure anyone who was around it remembers that 8 was terribly received. That's why 8.1 came out in the 8.1 update.
As fast as it could.
At literally, it was that was like 3 gigabyte download for an update. It could be equated to the service packs that came out for XP. They had 3 service packs back in the day. It's going to be able to run on everything, and I think this is a good move, trying to make it as accessible as possible, and probably the majority of everyone who's listening right now will be able to get it for free.
Free,
which is good. So there's the week of Windows news.
Speaking of running things, that was a terrible
segue. Smooth transition, man.
Oh man, NVIDIA GeForce GTX Titan X, the brand new, is the graphics card.
It's the new front runner for NVIDIA GPUs, and it's insane. 6 graphics processing clusters, 24 streaming multiprocessors, 3072 CUDA core. I'm reading things that I see. Some of those I didn't understand. Those are specific things about the way that it works, of course. And then there's the ever wonderful measurement teraflops that has...
Teraflops?
Yes, that's an actual measurement. I don't know what it measures.
Measurement.
I'm going to find out what it measures.
That's a beautiful measurement, though. And so this is going to be their new frontline graphics card, fully implementation of a lot of things. It says it's going to be double precision of the GTX 980, and that's a huge step up. That's incredible.
Okay, so a teraflop is it is a trillion floating point operations per second.
What does that equate to?
It can be equated to gigahertz somehow.
Jeez.
So, All right, continue talking.
And it says for the Titan X, for the one before this, which was the Titan Black, I'm pretty sure, Titan Black Z, needed 250 watts. And this one, NVIDIA is calling for 600 watt power supply for just running a single card.
That's I know that the processor that I was looking at for my new computer is a 225 watt processor, and that pulls an extra $150 on your power bill a year. So, that could add up when you're running so many different. Because I mean, if you have this gaming enthusiast card, you're not just going to be running only this as a gaming enthusiast piece. You're probably going to have more than one high power draw piece things.
It's piece things.
Yes,
DuoTone.
items. Yes. So
great.
That'll. I mean, I could see easily pulling well over 1,000 watts.
That's
the other big thing, the big ticket thing that they say is it has 8 billion transistors. That is more transistors than there are people on this planet right now. In one card.
And a card for gaming.
Yeah.
Which is that's incredible, and that's a lot of power.
We'll see, and they're making these specifically so that you can do Crossfire with them.
Crossfire?
Yeah, so you can have 2 of them.
Oh, gosh.
And they're made without a backplate so that when you put them together, you can get more airflow between the 2 of them.
NVIDIA has outdone themselves.
The only problem is each of these cards, of course, is going to take up 2 slots.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have 4 spaces open on your thing, and it also requires a 6-pin power and an 8-pin power for PCIe cards. So you're pulling 2 things from your power supply to put it on. You need a very specialized power supply to have that many pieces going in.
I'm gonna transition again into another NVIDIA. Speaking of NVIDIA stuff. There's NVIDIA, I saw this earlier, and NVIDIA announces its Drive PX self-driving car platform. The developer kit, there we go. The developer kit will go on sale in May for as much as the lowest selling Apple Watch Edition Apple Watch, $10,000.
Yeah. Well, I think a driverless car is a little bit more valuable than a 18-karat gold smartwatch.
Very much so. $10,000. It's going to be powered by NVIDIA's Tegra X1 chips, which was teased at the convention of electronics.
Yeah, CES. So
3,000 times faster than Dave. I have no idea what Dave is. Do you know what Dave is?
Nope.
It's DAVE.
I think this is an interesting move that they're making the move into driverless cars, because that's really been Google's territory thus far. So the fact that they're going to be making the hardware behind it, that's very interesting. So at least when Google takes over, they'll have some competition before they can control the world.
It says here the notion that they have with this powerful enough hardware is that self-driving cars will be better able to recognize what they're seeing, learn from the environment, and make the right decisions. And NVIDIA hopes to expand its existing partnerships with automakers like Tesla, Audi, and BMW. So it's hoping to expand largely and try to get these out as fast as possible, but they have all these developer kits to see who can actually
make things with them.
Make things.
Yeah.
$10,000.
That's a lot to invest in a developer's kit.
That's a whole watch. I have to. I have to make fun of it.
That's a lot, though, to drop into a developer's kit before you even can start developing the software and the for your whatever you're making.
For instance, I think it was Oculus Rifts was only, I think, $600 to $700.
Yeah,
for a developer kit, which is not a lot.
But that's in comparison to this, that's still quite a bit of money. I mean, even if you're just the normal enthusiast who's trying to make a couple of things. But for companies that are trying to make large-scale software, this shouldn't be a problem at all. So the UK has had...
Dang UK, first the French.
The UK has had problems in the past with companies that are doing internet commerce like Amazon and Google not being able to tax them for one reason or another. They're now implementing a tax specifically for them. It's been dubbed the Google tax, and it is estimated that it's going to bring in $880 million or 600 million pounds. It's going to be a 25% tax on internet commerce, which, to put that in perspective, it's a 20% tax on all corporations in the UK. And the UK has higher taxes than the United States because they're a more socialized country and they have more socialized laws.
Yeah.
So that is a lot of money to be pulling from online revenue, and they are planning to invest it into broadband in the country. Which
what was the average that you said? The average download speed?
They want to make across the country. They want to make it an average broadband download speed of 100 megabits per second, which is going to be in competition with. That's going to put them in the top 5 internet countries in the world.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Because the number 1 is Singapore. And Singapore has like 300 or 400 down.
It's a very random country to have fast internet. I don't know why.
Singapore's high up there on the human development scale.
Yeah, that's true.
And then next up, of course, South Korea and things like that. And the more developed technology countries of the East have really high internet like that. But UK wants to be put up in them.
What are we?
Somewhere in the 40s.
We suck.
Yeah, we suck.
We suck. I read on a post that Estonia has more than us, and that's a place that looks like it still has Shrek attacks. That has better download speed than us.
Yeah.
It looks like there's castles and fairy tales belong there. And they have better download speed. What do they use it for? I'm mad about that.
There's probably some, big government corporation or something.
You don't know what Estonia is? Look it up. It is a country.
Yes, I think that's Eastern Europe or something.
That is Eastern Europe.
Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, we had talked about on the last bit, talking about the Apple Spring Forward event, that the HBO Now, where you can get all of your HBO and everything, it's not going to be Apple exclusive. It was originally announced that way, but it is not going to be. Cablevision, a cable provider on the East Coast, has actually started doing something really... They're the first people to do this. They're offering HBO...
That's Estonia. I'm sorry.
That's a really pretty castle.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
They're offering HBO through HBO Now without the requirement of having to buy TV from them. So they, normally people buy Dish Network or DirecTV or Charter or whatever, and they get HBO as a bonus. And I know that there's some people that I know that's the only thing keeping them tied to cable or tied to normal TV is they like their HBO Cinemax. Now this company is offering it without having to buy the normal TV package. It's the standard rate that was there before, $15 a month, all HBO. Yeah. It's good.
Speaking of subscriptions,
you're really working with these segues, aren't you?
Oh man. speaking of subscriptions, YouTube announces that or it's a rumor, that in the future it might have a subscription option for its best original content. It says, quote, from Google-owned video site, exploring the prospect of launching its own subscription VOD service, which would mean you'd probably have to... it would offer ad-free streaming and certain video content that's part of the program. So you'd pay for the big stars video channels and
I feel like,
the original videos, all that stuff. And if it would hit the market, it'd be more geared towards music or really old YouTube videos, probably.
I feel like it'd end up being like a Netflix subscription for YouTube.
$79.99. Yeah, that much. No, $7.99 a month.
Yeah, that sounds like Netflix when it first came out, before like the 5 price hikes that they did.
Yeah.
But no, Netflix for YouTube, that could be a good...
But the thing is by introducing that into a paid subscription service, it would be able to funnel more money into its content creators, but also... also bolster its bottom line. So it would kind of cut off those who aren't up there yet, but those who are already up there would get additional funds.
Yeah. And Google has been in a kind of decline state because their largest source of revenue is ads.
Yeah.
As a company, that's not very sustainable.
Exactly, because of, what someone is... it's definitely not recent, but someone created ad blocker, which is why people... It can get you out of ads on lots of websites, and YouTube is the main one it's used for, because no one likes ads on YouTube.
Yeah, but the ads they fund your YouTube, and they fund your YouTube content creators, which is really, I think it's really important, as having done YouTube in the past, and I know you do YouTube as well. Yeah. That it's really important as a content creator that you get
until you get a big partnership in which it's just view count. Then they watch. Then it's view count, but monetization in the early times is just straight ads, and you get a cut from what Google gets, and that only works if people watch ads. Yeah, exactly.
So this is good. I think this is a good alternative for people who are way up there already.
But it does cut off the bottom line of people that haven't got there yet.
And I don't think that this, honestly, because the way that YouTube has worked for the past, I don't know, it was 2006 was when it came out.
Yeah.
It's been a free service. Watching a 15-second ad, 30-second ad here and there isn't bad. Most people have, and they put in the skip ad button at 5 seconds for the longer ones.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's okay, but that doesn't get the creator any money. Just taking out the ads and making it a subscription service, I don't think a lot of people would like that, because I don't know how many. I mean, Twitch has the subscription service too.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it ad free. It's just kind of directly support this person.
Yeah, it's a different kind of pitch.
Yeah.
What is Twitch's subscription thing? $15?
It's $5 a month. But you can end it whenever you want to.
Yeah. I think it'd be more beneficial for Google to do a direct support thing like that than doing a video on demand service. Because, I mean, they already have a YouTube app on every major gaming console, and you can just go on and watch your videos through that.
Exactly.
A video on demand service would serve no purpose because of that.
Our last one, because the time is running out.
Yes, we are running out of time. That's true. Go for it.
No, you start it. I've segued. I can't do it anymore.
Okay,
I'm out of it.
The people of the internet, you are about to be disappointed should you reside on the dark side. 4chan.
Dark side.
4chan. The founder of 4chan is going to be retiring. He announced this, I believe, on Saturday.
It says here the Zuckerberg of online underground.
Yes, it's Chris Poole. That is his name, Christopher Poole. He started 4chan, which has since been the center of free speech on the internet, you could say. Anyone can express anything.
Rickrolling started on 4chan?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
4chan is like the underground, man. Which 4chan was spawned originally as a place where people who like anime can go and talk and have forums. It's a standard forum setup.
Yeah.
But it quickly grew beyond that, and he is
to create internet memes and a giant factory of what it says here is memes and mayhems.
Yeah, just about every major meme that you've ever found started on this. And then Anonymous, the largest international hacker collective, started on there because of the anonymous name given to guests on 4chan.
Yeah.
But the founder, Christopher Poole, he's retiring due to two things. The Fappening, which was the large release of
leaked photos of celebrities.
Yeah, nude photos from celebrities, and then Gamergate, which was a ridiculous sexism battle in the video game about sexism in the video game industry,
which they made a CSI. No, not CSI. Law and Order SVU episode about.
It was both of those things are ridiculous things that have been blown out of proportion by people who are not. People, not good people.
We can't be super opinionated, William. Gosh.
Have to be slightly moderate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
only slightly.
These kind of things. I mean, he's been the sole moderator of 4chan.
Yeah.
He did this whole thing alone, and to moderate the largest outlet for free speech on the internet, besides 8chan, which is where the people who got tired of the 4chan moderation went. They started their own website, and it's he's had a lot of work over the years, and he's done with it.
Now it's kind of boiling down to a finish.
Although I don't think 4chan will disappear. Certainly
No,
not. Someone will pick up the torch, but the internet has lost a great hero today.
But unlike Christopher Poole on 4chan, we'll be back next week, and we have to end this episode.
Yeah, we've been going for 20 minutes or so, I'm going to guess.
Such a bad segue.
I'm William.
I'm Cameron.
And this has been the DuoTone podcast.
It infected you.
We hope to see and hear about you being back next week. And bye-bye.
Bye.